Good Monday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Great to be back from vacation, by the way. And before we get to today's top news stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window. And today, more wind out there. You did notice probably a big warm up when we did see warmer temperatures out today, but that windy weather just won't go away. Well, if this is looking down at our friends in the upper valley around Leavenworth, Blag Mountain Sky-Fi Tower camera, and notice the trees at the very bottom of your screen. You can see them moving around a little bit, and that's that breezy northwest wind that we had today. We'll talk more about that because wind, we're not done with it yet. In fact, we're going to start off the first 3 days of this week with some breezy to locally windy conditions right here in north central Washington, where we could see gusts between 25 and 35 miles an hour. That's all 3 days, and that will make for maybe some potential grass fire difficulties as well as some rough lakes. If you're out there with your boats, be extra careful over these next few days. We'll have more weather coming up a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. Crowds turned out Sunday for a rally and march in Wenatchee that combined Black Lives Matter concerns with LGBTQ pride festivities. Bruce Buckles, Director of Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, will lead the Chelan-Douglas Health District as its interim administrator. And love 'em or hate 'em, the Chelan-Douglas Board of Health is encouraging the use of facial masks when out in public to comply with Governor Jay Inslee's latest executive order on coronavirus. But first, we begin tonight. Firefighters were able to contain 2 separate wind-whipped brush fires Saturday afternoon and evening south of Chelan. The biggest of those fires was at Daroga State Park on the Douglas County side of the Columbia River, which forced the shutdown of Highway 97 for more than 4 hours. That fire, about 19 miles south of Chelan, also burned a power pole, initially knocking out power to about 570 Douglas County PUD customers in the Orondo area. Power was restored to about half those customers by about 10 p.m. and the remainder about midnight. The Daroga State Park fire burned in an area between the park's campground and the highway before jumping the highway and igniting some trees. It first was reported about 4:30 p.m. The highway was shut down for about an hour later and wasn't reopened until about 9:45 p.m. As crews were fighting that fire, another brush fire was reported on the other side of the river in the Stamen Flats area of Chelan County. Chelan Fire and Rescue said winds pushed the fire into rocky hillside terrain, making it easier to contain. The National Weather Service said its nearest wind measurement site in Eniat recorded wind gusts of up to 45 miles an hour during those fires. Numerous local, state, and federal firefighting agencies fought the fire both on the ground and in the air. Well, crowds turned out Sunday for a rally and march in Wenatchee that combined Black Lives Matter concerns with LGBTQ pride festivities. There were public addresses in Memorial Park, followed by a procession downtown. But the day was marred afterward when someone set fire to this pride flag outside Pybus Public Market. But overall, organizers marked the event down as a success in outreach and education. Well, Bruce Buckles, Director of Aging and Adult Care of Central Washington, will lead the Chelan-Douglas Health District as its interim administrator with the retirement of longtime Chief Barry Kling. The Chelan-Douglas Board of Health voted Friday to accept Buckles, who's 65 years old, after he was interviewed by 3 board members Thursday. Kling, who's led the district since 2003, announced his retirement last week after friction developed over a lawsuit brought by some board members to end the state's COVID-19 state of emergency. At Aging and Adult Care, Buckles oversees social services for some 10,000 senior clients in a 6-county area. He plans to take a leave of absence to lead the 2-county health agency while it searches for a permanent director and deals with the COVID-19 crisis. At the health district, Buckles will earn $9,250 per month. Well, love them or hate them, the Chelan-Douglas Board of Health is encouraging the use of facial masks when out in public to comply with Governor Jay Inslee's latest executive order on coronavirus. In their Friday remote meeting, the board said all residents of the 2 counties must adopt masking if the region is to progress under the governor's Safe Start program. Douglas County Commissioner and Health Board Vice Chair Dan Sutton, whose own restaurant recently closed, said it's an easy step to help other businesses stay afloat.
And if that requires wearing a mask, and I won't share my personal view one way or the other. If I have to wear a mask to keep a business open so they don't have to go through what I went through, I'm going to wear a mask. And, you know, I really can't go much farther than that. It's actually not about me at this point in time. It's about saving those businesses that are on that razor edge right now, that need people to come in and spend their dollars there and frequent those businesses so they can pay their leases, pay their insurance, pay their employees, and hopefully have some money left over to pay themselves.
And you're absolutely right. The mask is the compromise. I mean, it is according to Dr. Butler, and I believe the man, it is the next best thing to the vaccine that we have right now. And the ability for us to wear that mask and voluntarily wear it and go out there is going to allow us the opportunity to continue to progress with getting our businesses open.
Coming up next, the public is being told to avoid all contact with the water in Moses Lake as a toxic blue-green algae bloom has been confirmed. Leavenworth's Oktoberfest has become the latest community festival to be derailed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Art on the Avenues, the long-running public art project in downtown Wenatchee, will turn over ownership and maintenance of its public sculptures to the city. And beginning on Wednesday, the official Washington Apple license plates will hit the streets. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Owner Andrew Vickery brings years of experience to help you transition your backyard into a place where memories are made, family time is looked forward to, and friends are always welcome. Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa offers many different styles and sizes of artesian spas, both new and used, as well as residential and commercial pool and spa services, regular maintenance and repairs, and all the chemicals required to keep your pool and spa crystal clear. Stop on by Blue Lagoon Pool & Spa today.
AC Checker has new owners who put customer service first. When you have to get there on time, call fast, friendly, reliable AC Checker, 663-TAXI. AC Checker has the industry's only on-time or it's free guarantee. Conditions apply. Call AC Checker, 663-TAXI to schedule your cab or schedule online at acchecker.com. Call American Classic Taxi, 663-TAXI. That's 663-8294.
I'm Tom from Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. At Alpine Air, we think of ourselves as customer service-oriented retailers. When you make an appointment, please visit our store, meet our people, see our shop. We are serious about heating and air conditioning. Carrier and Alpine Air are offering huge factory rebates and financing options for all your needs. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Call for your free replacement estimate. Heat and air, call Alpine Air, 662-6846.
Welcome back. In another news, the public is being told to avoid all contact with the water in Moses Lake as a toxic blue-green algae bloom has been confirmed. The Grant County Health District investigated after reports from citizens of illnesses and rashes after swimming in the river. The district said the algae levels are higher than state recreational guidelines and the toxins are likely present in all areas of the lake. People and their pets are being advised to avoid any contact with the water. Warning signs have been posted and the district will test the lake every 2 weeks until the algae clears up. Well, Leavenworth's Oktoberfest has become the latest community festival to be derailed by the COVID-19 pandemic. The Oktoberfest board announced the cancellation of the event Saturday, saying it didn't appear Chelan County would make it through Governor Jay Inslee's phased reopening plan in time for the beer-fueled celebration. Oktoberfest 2020 was to be held the first 3 weeks in October. The board said the biggest concerns was that the liquor permits necessary for the event were likely to be denied by the city and the state. Art on the Avenues, the long-running public art project in downtown Wenatchee, will turn over ownership and maintenance of its public sculptures to the city. For the last 25 years, the nonprofit group has installed public art throughout the city, largely on Wenatchee Avenue. Founder Adele Wolford says the transfer of ownership takes place on Tuesday. The move involves 42 different public art pieces on the avenue, on the Loop Trail, and throughout the city. Well, the official Washington Apple license plate is about to hit the streets. Beginning on Wednesday, the new specialty plate, adorned with a big red delicious apple and the words "World's Finest Apples," will be available for purchase on the State Department of Licensing website. The plate will help raise funds for the Washington Apple Education Foundation, which awards more than $1 million in scholarships each year to children from the state's tree fruit industry. The plates cost $77.25 with a $30 renewal fee. The Education Foundation will receive $28 for each plate sold. With the backing of the Washington State Apple Commission, 12th District Senator Brad Hawkins introduced the Apple license plate bill in the 2020 session of the legislature. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Coming up next, tonight's feature story and your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come on the NCWLIFE Evening News. Please stay with us.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Hi, this is Brian Snyder with Black Rock Asphalt Services here in Wenatchee, your local Black Rock seal coat company. Have you looked at your driveway or parking lot lately? Is it gray and oxidized? Does it have cracks that have not been taken care of? Or do you have striping that is pretty much non-existent? Please give us a call locally here, 509-665-9769. Learn more at blackrockasphaltsealcoating.com.
Aging and Adult Care offers many in-home care options and services for seniors and family caregivers. But did you know they also offer free in-home delivered meals? Aging and Adult Care has expanded its program for home-delivered meals to help elderly and vulnerable adults at this challenging time. If you are in need of prepared meals or know someone who could benefit, call Aging and Adult Care for more information about free home-delivered meals. Call 509-886-0700.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. In between sessions in D.C., 8th District Congresswoman Kim Schreier has been interviewing constituents remotely about how the coronavirus pandemic has changed their lives. This week, the Congresswoman chatted with Jenny Rojasantian, owner of Atlas Fare and Thai restaurants in Wenatchee, about her experience with economic relief programs offered by the federal government. Here's a sample of that conversation.
I received 2 PPP loans. Both of my businesses are separate entities, and so I applied for both businesses, received both, one for each restaurant. I am pleased that the act passed on Friday, that Flexibility Act. I do think that solved a lot of the problems that were in PPP. I think unfortunately though, for the majority of us, like myself, who received the loan really early, we were told you have to spend every penny within 8 weeks. So for us at the Thai restaurant, that ends June 11th. That's in 3 days. So they just passed on Friday on June 5th, and it's too late. We've already had to spend all of those funds. Now we'll have more flexibility when it comes to the forgiveness period. And we are not able to bring all the staff back within that time frame because of the forced closures. So again, I do still appreciate that there were some changes made. But for the majority of us, it's coming a little late. I think we will need more funding and resources. I think fundamentally, I do wish that the act or any future acts would just empower businesses to do whatever they need to do with the funds. So I understand there was an intent around maintaining your staff, but the reality is as long as it's a business expense, inventory, marketing, point of sale system, website hosting, all of these things were not included and are still not included in the PPP. And so there's a lot of business expenses that weren't accounted for. I do wish that it would have just said, here's your loan, show us your receipts from the business side. Obviously, don't go take a personal vacation, right? It's a business piece, but I think we should have had more flexibility.
The first iteration of this loan was that 25% of the money can be spent on other expenses and 75% on personnel and payroll. We just relaxed that because some places have rent that's so high that you blow right past that 25% just on rent, and you're describing a lot of the basic expenses, insurance, you name it. So now it's 40% on other, which is not specified, and 60% on payroll to give that flexibility. You're covered by this new bill. But you raise another really important point, which is that we got to get past 8 weeks. We have to do much more. And there's a couple ways to do. One is another cycle of PPP loans, which we asked for automatic triggers. But if you take the banks out of the picture and you just say, hey, every business has a relationship with the Treasury. So why can't we just, for every business, small, medium, large, whoever, go to the Treasury and say, here is what I have brought in as revenue. Here is what I brought in last year. I'm down 35%. And then they help with 35% of payroll and 35% of expenses to just make you whole. And then you just have that continue to go until you get back to within some percent of normal. And that would have, it would, in some areas of the country where their economy gets back to normal right away, it won't last for long. And in other areas that continue to struggle, it would go longer. And to me, that just makes good common sense. It keeps people tied to their employment and to their health insurance. And then when things do pick up, you're right back in. So you should just know that many of us are pushing for that system so that as long as this crisis persists, we've got your back.
All right, time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. And once again, great to be back from vacation here at the NCWLIFE channel. High temperature today. It was a nice one out there. I was lucky all through vacation last week. Just beautiful weather. Today unofficially 85 degrees. That's a tick or two up from where we should be for this time of year at 82. 60 is where we started our day this morning, and that's just a little bit warmer than we should be at 58. Beautiful. If you like hot weather, record high back in 2008 at 102. And our record low, 43 degrees, set back in 1964. Sunrise this morning, 5:07, and the sunset tonight will be at 9:01. Let's take a look at what we're expecting as we get in tonight. Yeah, those breezes are going to continue. We will see clear skies, but it's all because of the high pressure bringing in this very fast northwest flow into Washington state. And you can just see a few red spots here in the central part of the state. Wind, and we're going to see more of that tomorrow, unfortunately. 10 to 20 miles an hour here in the Wenatchee area. We could see gusts as high as 30 miles an hour. It will be sunny tomorrow, though, and a little bit cooler as we get more into, as I mentioned, a northwest flow of air, and that'll bring some of that Canadian air down, which will cool us off from the mid-80s today. By Wednesday, partly cloudy and cooler. We will see lighter breezes on Wednesday. That'll be nice, but temperatures won't even get out of the mid-70s as we make our way through Hump Day Wednesday. And then for Thursday, a bit of a warming trend begins, mostly sunny and warmer. Look at all the warm and clear skies across the western and central U.S. We will basically between 70 and 80 degrees as we get into Thursday. Even warmer than that, though, as we get into the end of the week on Friday with lots of sunshine in all of north central and eastern Washington. Temperatures, Tri-Cities, mid-80s. We'll probably be approaching mid-80s to maybe even upper 80s in some locations. And then for the 4th of July on Saturday, mostly sunny skies. We will see a light breeze on Saturday. It is just going to be a beautiful one with temperatures between 85 and 90 degrees for most of us in Washington state. And then on Sunday, yeah, that breezy wind continues. We'll see it out of the northwest once again. It will be nice on Sunday, though, with mostly sunny skies and those nice mild temperatures. Let's take a look now at your Patriot Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling 7-day forecast. 60 tonight, and there's that cool down about Tuesday and Wednesday. Breezy Tuesday, lighter winds Wednesday with highs in the 70s, and then we begin a nice warm up again. Thursday, 81, mid-80s on Friday. Friday, and then the 4th of July Saturday looks perfect, mostly sunny, with a high then of 88 degrees. And that's a look at your local weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Uh-oh.
What?
I think I forgot to lock my Buick.
Parallel parking.
That hot yoga was so hot. Check this out. Cooling seats?
Alexa, ask Buick to start my SUV.
You can do that?
You can do that?
You can't do that.
You can with the Buick.
At the heart of every Buick SUV is you.
Looking for a faster way to kickstart your business career? Look to the Charter College Associate Degree in Business Management, a convenient online program at an ABHES accredited institution. You could earn a degree in just 14 months, a degree that positions you for up to 18% higher earnings than a high school diploma. Plus, Charter will assist you in finding a job. Visit chartercollege.edu to get started, because we work to get you to work.
It's estimated that 1/3 of Americans do not have a financial plan. At D.A. Davidson, their advisors are working to change that because they understand the importance of planning for the future. At D.A. Davidson, they believe in partnering together to build a strategy tailored to your needs. They spend the time and have the knowledge to help keep your financial future on track. Let D.A. Davidson Financial Advisors of Wenatchee put the strength of advice to work for you.
And now it's a sports update on the NCWLIFE channel.
And a happy Monday to you. We actually have sports to talk about today. For the first time in 2020, there was racing Saturday at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Opening night was fanless, but NCWLIFE channel cameras were there as I was joined by Greg Rintz on the play-by-play.
John Doyle is going to come by and win the season opener here at Wenatchee as they come off turn number 4. It's going to be number 4 getting second.
John Doyle, congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. A lot of fun. A lot of fun. Good to be back on the track.
Talk about this one for you tonight for the evening. You get second place in your heat race. Talk about the 71 car for you.
Well, it's been a great car. We've been out here practicing a couple nights, and it was my son's car 2 years ago. So last year was my first year, and it's starting to figure out what I'm doing.
But off of turn number 4, 1 for 1 in the Thunder Cars this season. Seth Frazier wins the opener. Osborne second. Mike Knutson going to pull away and looking like he's going to wrap up third.
Seth, congratulations. How did it feel?
Thanks. It was a fun night of racing. It's weird not having any fans up there, but it was a lot of fun.
Well, you want to say hi to anyone? We've got a whole ton of people that are watching us on TV and on the Facebook right now.
Well, I'm sure there's millions out there watching right now, but I need a big shout out to Ken Osborne for sponsoring us and with Dick's Heating Air Conditioning, and we also over the off season we lost a few racers here from up here. Tommy Wentz, who's someone we all knew and my family raced with for years, so. We'll miss seeing Tommy around, and this week we lost Bob Patty, who was another legend of the Northwest, and then actually I lost my Uncle Donnie this week, so it's a good tribute this week for all of them. So.
Checker flag is out. Allie Mae Jones, a winner at Wenatchee. She wins the Bandolero main event of Wenatchee Valley Super Oval.
Tell me, what was the difference here for you tonight?
I don't know, it's my first race, so I was just super excited.
Now, there's a lot of folks that are wondering, how old is this girl?
13.
13? So what do you tell your classmates about this kind of adventure?
I don't really tell them. Like my close friends know, but like not a lot of my friends know.
It's a Quincy clash here tonight at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval. Brother, side by side.
9 to go. Here comes Glenn to the outside. Got the run off turn 2. Mike tries to shut the door. Big slide out of Mike Knutson. Glenn's going to lead the lap. And clear. Glenn Knutson back out front. Spin out in front. It's Gary Shales. Caution is out. Eric, this changes everything. A 5-lap shootout coming up at Wenatchee. Green flag, Mike Knutson peeking low. Mike took a peek low there on the initial start, but Glenn shut the door. Mike's getting a peek inside again. Oliver pressure on. Mike with a peek to the inside. Don't look now. Here comes the 51. He's not done with his brother yet.
Terry Halverson slipped back to 5th place.
Terry Halverson got hung up on the outside here. Mike taking another peek inside. Hector into 5th now. Halverson going the wrong way on the one-way right now. Sparks coming out of the 2. Looks like something may have soured on the 2 car. He may have a tire going down. Mike taking another peek low. A big slide there out of Mike Knutson, though. Gave up the gap back to Glenn. Does Mike have anything left for a last gas? Down the backstretch. 3 in a row. The hottest driver in the Northwest does it again. Glenn Knutson wins the Wenatchee season opener.
Congratulations, Glenn. How does that feel?
I wish the fans could be here, but it's a pretty awesome race. I got to race my brother Mike hard and Terry Halverson. It was a fun race. A lot of work.
So you guys get a reset there with 5 laps to go. You got your brother right behind you. He pushed you pretty hard, didn't he?
Oh, you know, this whole class, the field is just really stout, so just anyone can be really stout. I got to thank Jerry's Auto Supply, class sponsor, all the WVSO sponsors, the fans. We wish you could be here, but we know we will be soon.
You got a green thumb right now. How do you keep pulling off these wins?
You know, this would be 5 in a row. I don't know.
Get a little bath from the brother. A lot of fun on Saturday night. Let's open up the Les Schwab scoreboard to recap Saturday night. Here you see the final results in the Plum Perfect Roadrunners. John Doyle first, Alberto Navarrete second, and Kyle Lahr third. Seth Frazier set the fast time and was the winner of the Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars main event. Terry Osborne was second, and Mike Knutson was third. 13-year-old Allie Mae Jones of Puyallup won the Bandoleros main event, followed by Cannon DeLong and Jordan Mullins. And then finally, Les Schwab scoreboard, a thrilling 75-lap main event for the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models. Glenn Knutson grabbing the checkered flag. His brother Michael was second, followed by Josh Ingram third. Now, after a weekend away for the holiday this coming weekend, racing returns to Wenatchee Valley's Super Oval on July 11th. The North Valley Mechanical Night will feature the Jerry's Auto Supply Pro Late Models, Mountain Dew Junior Late Models, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning Thunder Cars, Plum Perfect Roadrunners, Northwest Vintage Modifieds, and Dwarf Cars. And it looks like we just got the go-ahead, so we can announce it right now that we will have that race for you broadcast live here on the NCWLIFE channel. Once again, we learned a lot last weekend, so we will apply those lessons coming up on July 11th. By the way, the Mariners have set their 60-man roster at training camp resumes at T-Mobile Park this week. The roster excludes injured outfielder Mitch Haniger, who was put on the 45-day injured list as he recovers from back surgery. The 60 invited players are arriving in Seattle and must pass a COVID-19 test before reporting on Wednesday. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom. Grant, we're back together. Back to you.
Great to see you again, Eric. I know the first time since March we've been in the same studio. Now let's check in with Dan Kuntz for a look at what's coming up tomorrow morning on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. Dan?
Thanks, Grant. It's good to see you again. I hope you enjoyed your assignment, television talk for vacation. Join me tomorrow, Tuesday, for the very last day of June on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley. We'll be talking the Let's Have a Blast 4th of July Wingding for the Wenatchee Valley, which of course is coming up on Independence Day. Is it like it's been for years past, with thousands of people gathered at Walla Walla Point Park to enjoy the festivities? No, but we'll fill you in on the details anyway. Plus that all-important weather forecast and everything you need to know to start your Tuesday. Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, live and local at 7 a.m. tomorrow right here. Grant, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dan. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson.
Hey everyone, Fletcher and Amy Ellington here from Live It Up. Join us every week as we answer your questions on health, wealth, and relationships.
We're all about you creating a life that you love, so tune in to Live It Up.